Welcome, race fans, to Langley Speedway for tonight's running in the Short Track Super League. We've got twin 75 lap races tonight. Looks like everybody's done qualifying. Just wrapping it up here. So heat number one is actually going to be feature number one. Starting on inside row one, pole sitter Trevor Catalano. On his outside is Brandon Meyer. Row two is going to have Samuel Fontaine with Curran Beckler on his outside. Row three is going to have Matt Telder with Andrew Miller. And row four is going to have Jason Dalton with Joey Ladasur on his outside. Row five is going to have Brian Sutpin and Matt Benedetto. Michael Benedetto, excuse me. As the cars stack up a bit here. And we've got Michael Steffen in that 669 car. With Richard Midkiff in the 29, and that 14 is Jacob Drift. So that's going to round out the field for this one. As we're about to get the green flag here. The truck is off, and so are the drivers. Quick start. Great side-by-side restart, or initial start, going into turn one. 54's got the lead there, Trevor Catalano. Down in the turn three, we've got Catalano and Fontaine 1-2. Got a battle with Telder back here. It's like that 33 car getting shuffled to the high side. And single filing out, Jason Dalton's gotten past him. Joey Ladasur in that 23 car. The wiggle out of him. Andrew Miller out on the outside. Looks like he's getting shuffled back a bit. Brian Sutpin making his way underneath. And Steffen's got a run on him. Looks like he's going to stick the nose under there. Looks like Curran Beckler's trying to challenge Matt Telder. Excuse me, Telder got by Beckler. It looks like Telder just gets into the wall right there. And Beckler's going to have the position over Telder. Telder trying to get that third spot back. Now everybody's just about single filed out. Looks like there may be about a battle about to be here. Benedetto gets right up on Steffen. Steffen's trying to make a move on the 74 as well. Meanwhile, up front, Trevor Catalano still leading. Samuel Fontaine running up, the runner-up spot right there. Kern Backler still holding down third place. Telder's trying to chase him down, but it seems like he's backing up a bit. Behind them is Jason Dalton rounding out the top 5. And a little further back. Oh, Andrew Miller gets loose coming off of 2. Stefan not able to capitalize on that. Brandon Meyer looking like he's trying to put a move on Dalton. In turn 3, he doesn't have the run going into that one. And Telder up the track in the higher line. It's going to let Dalton close the door a bit. As Meyer sends it down into 3. The line, lap 15 of 75 in this first feature race. Oh, and Meyer sends it deep into there, but he's not quite able to get there. Coming off of turn 2. Dalton all over the back of Telder. Meyer takes a wide entrance on that corner. Didn't seem to work so well. Now he sends it down into 3. Telder down on the apron. And up front, Catalano driving away. These top 3 are pretty much just clicking off laps here. Behind them, it's the battle we're watching. Telder in 4th, Dalton in 5th. Meyer 6th. Like a lot of Sewer may be closing on them. Midgift not really showing a whole lot of speed here in this first feature tonight, Langley. Back up in this battle. Meyer's still trying to get the move. Trying to set himself up every lap to get a good dive into that corner. Dalton's just not giving him the low line. He's probably going to end up having to use the apron if he's going to make it happen on the low side. Telder dips his tires down below the line. Now a lot of Sewer getting closer. Joey's down on the apron. It's like Telder is starting to grow a bit of a gap there. If he can just get in his own rhythm and click off some laps, he'll be able to pull away. While Dalton and Meyer are continuing to battle for the 5th place position. And side by side now. Meyer on the low side heading down into turn 1. Meyer's got a little more speed coming out of the corner, and he completes the pass. Got Sutpin going underneath a lot of Sewer now. Sutpin gets loose, gathers it up, but he does not get the position on a lot of Sewer. Now Ladouceur's going to want to be making a move on Dalton. Alpha 4 is getting closer to Dalton's rear bumper. You can go on board with Ladouceur here. Heading up off of turn 2 and into 3. This track with very short straightaways. It looks like he's making the pass. Ladouceur gets by Dalton, and Sutpin's going to try and follow him through while Dalton's stuck on the high side. It's going to work. Is Stefan going to be able to try and get by there too? And he is. Dalton gets on the high side and just gets shuffled back 3 more positions. Stefan is able to complete the pass. Now he's not going to be able to do a crossover by the looks of it. Wow, what a turn for him. Now back in 9th place. Catalano still leading. Fontaine is closing the gap now. Closing in on half a second. And Midkiff down on the apron. Let's see what happened. Ah, he just pitted. Fontaine almost half a second within Catalano. And here he goes. Closing that gap quickly now. And down in the turn 3. Now that everybody's gotten by Dalton, Myers making a good run as he scrapes the wall. Telder holding down 4th place pretty well. Beckler back here in 3rd. Over 3 seconds back. How much of a gap those 2 leaders have. Fontaine down on the apron. Got 35 laps to go. He's got time to do it. As long as he doesn't push that car too hard. Fontaine already having 2 wins this season. And also the points leader with a pretty healthy gap. He's got 433 points to 2nd place Quentin Murdoch with 370. Fontaine's getting closer. Now 3/10. You know, Catalano's gonna be getting nervous. He gets closer and closer. He's gonna have to try to put that car wide, but I don't think he can. 32 laps is a long ways to go. Fontaine is to him now. Coming out of turn 4. Fontaine, excellent driver in this series. He knows what it takes to get by there with the patience and not wearing out your equipment. As he's looking on the low side, they're side by side coming off of turn 4. Catalano still has it. Fontaine gets the nose by. And he's got him clear, and he's shut the door. Fontaine is your new leader with 29 laps to go. Everybody's remained in their same positions. Excuse me. Sutpin has made his way by Ladasur. Inside the 30 to go window now. Fontaine now running into some traffic. Benedetto in that 25 car. Oh, he puts the bumper to him. Benedetto not really giving the leader much room. Now off of turn 4 he gets a little more room. Crew chief may just not have let him know the leader was coming. Stefan trying to find a way at Ladasur now in that 23. And he's right to his bumper as they head into 1. He's looking on the low side, but not quite there. Off of turn 2. And again, right on his bumper. Heading out of turn 4. Looks like Ladasur is headed up the track, but slams the door on Stefan. Stefan backs off to not make contact. So we can see Sutpin, Meyer, and Telder closing in together for a battle. Stefan driving the heck out of that car. Ooh, gets loosed and into the wall. That play didn't cost him much. Following Ladasur's Mr. Radiator auto service car. Stefan putting the nose anywhere he can find. 17 laps to go. He's still got enough time, but he's going to have to make the move soon. As looks like he's looking on the outside. Not quite the speed. Looks like the Telder, Meyer, and Sutpin getting by Benedetto as Ladasur, and it's like Stefan kind of getting held up, not able to run the line that he likes. It's going to cost him some time now. Ladasur pulling away from Stefan a bit. Stefan not giving up. He's still sending that car into the corner. Meyer's trying to get by Telder in that 1. Just 13 laps to go. We're winding down towards the end of this first feature. Fontaine has gotten by. After he got by the leader, he just disappeared. He's got over a 2-second lead over Curran Beckler. Matt Telder now up in 3rd place. Meyer trying to get third place away from Telder. Just 10 laps to go here. Meyer trying to find somewhere to get by Telder. Telder making that car wide. Dipping down on the apron so Meyer can't get down there. Sutpin's going to look down low, but he doesn't have the room. Meyer's caught in the middle of offense, defense, same time. He's trying to attack Telder, but Sutpin's trying to attack him. Up off of turn 4 now with 7 laps to go. Meyer's working on a plan. There's 5 laps to go. We'll go on board with Brian Sutpin. You can hear that car banging off the chip. Oh, and we've got a caution out. See what happened here. Oh, Benedetto maybe just came down to the side of the 14. Hard to tell. Let's go on board with Benedetto. Benedetto having a hard time with that beat-up car. That's a hard one to call. I'm not sure if Drift went up into Benedetto or Benedetto came down. Alright, one more on board. We'll look with Drift. Oof, man, I don't even know how to call that one. That's just so close. But Samuel Fontaine, still your leader up front. Just 3 laps to go. Looks like I believe we're gonna have a green-white checkered. Fontaine is your leader. Curran Beckler in second. Matt Telder in third. Brandon Meyer is in fourth. Brandon Meyer is in fourth, and Brian Sutpin rounds out top 5. Lights are off on the pace truck. Alright, and the cars are rolling now. It's like we're not having an invert tonight for feature number 2. So the pace truck's going to take him around one more time. Fontaine's going to fire off in first with, let's see, Sutpin's on his outside, Beckler in row 2 with Ladasur on his outside, and the green flag is out on feature number 2. Fontaine taking off in a hurry with Sutpin on behind him, but Beckler's looking to get by Sutpin already. Beckler way down on the apron. It's like maybe a little bit of contact with Ladasur. And Beckler now challenging Sutpin. Like a little bit of contact out of 4. Beckler's going to get the position. Sutpin's going to fall back into 3rd with Ladasur behind him. Like Sutpin was thinking about making a move, trying to get that spot back, but it is early in this race. Head down the back stretch. Fontaine still in the lead, growing that lead every lap. Telder's starting in the back for this one. All the way back in 12th place now. He was up the front at the end of that other race, or actually most of the other race. He goes by Benedetto. Your leader Fontaine out front. It's like he's maintaining a decent distance with Beckler, but not pulling away. As it's like it's just about single filed out and settled down now. Current running order is Samuel Fontaine, Curran Beckler, Brian Sutpin, Joey Ladasur, Michael Steffen, Brandon Meyer, Jason Dalton in 7th, Jacob Drift, Richard Midkiff in the 29 car, Andrew Miller. Matt Telder's actually going to be in the 10th spot now. And Andrew Miller in that 74 in the 11th, and Michael Benedetto in the 25 car, back in 12th position now. Everybody's still on the lead lap as we cross the line with a lap 11 of 75 tonight. Looks like Steffen may be trying to challenge Ladasur for 4th position. Heading up off of turn 4. Back on board with Steffen, following Ladasur once again. Beckler seems to be closing in on Fontaine. Within half a second now. Fontaine gonna bring him down to 3 and off of 4. Steffen's still trying to work on Ladouceur as they're going to head off of turn 2. We're on the back of Ladouceur's car. Taking a look at Steffen, so we're heading down into turn 1. You can hear that car hitting the chip. Steffen getting awful close. See if he's going to be able to get close again in this corner. Starting to look low, not quite there. Steffen getting ever closer. Great battle. Ladouceur, not letting him relax at all. Fontaine still able to hold off Beckler over a half second. Right about a half second now. Top 5 is a lot tighter in feature number 2. So we've just completed the first third of this race. Ladouceur still able to hold off Steffen. Fontaine is losing that gap. Beckler's got it in the 3/10 now. And down into turn 3. Steffen still trying to work on Ladouceur to get that 4th position. Felder has made his way up into the top 10, now in 9th. Beckler continuing to try and close the gap on Fontaine. Fontaine has led every lap of this one, starting on the pole. On board with Beckler. Not really pushing that car too hard into the corner. Managing his equipment. All while trying to get that lead position. little bit of wiggle off of turn 4. You can see Beckler poking his nose out. You hear these cars hitting the chip as they reach the end of the straightaways. Stefan still hard charging Ladasor, trying to get that position from him. Hopefully Stefan's still managing his equipment and not wearing it out, trying to get that spot. Got the halfway. Fontaine's still leading. It's like Beckler maybe have lost a bit of time. Telder's made up into 8th position now after getting by that 14 of Jacob Drift. Fontaine continuing to lead and hold off Beckler. 34 laps to go. On board with Stefan. It's down in turn 3, gets a bit closer. See up front, Curran Beckler still trying to work to get up into that lead position. He's got to get up to Fontaine. Sutphin sitting back here in 3rd position watching this unfold. So we can see Midkiff up ahead, lap car. First lap car that Fontaine is going to have to deal with tonight. Stefan is just not giving Ladasor a break. He's all over him every lap as he sends it down to the 3. Stefan's going to get it. Ladasor's going to try and cross him over, but he's not able to do it. Stefan finally gets 4th position from Ladasor after working hard for quite a few laps. And now we got Meyer heading up to Ladasor. Top 3 pretty much remaining, keeping the same distances, but now Sutphin seems to be closing in on Beckler. Now that Fontaine was finally able to get past Ladasor, he's pulling away from him. Ladasor able to make that car very wide for everybody. Meyer now trying to get by him. 22 laps to go. Ooh, and Ladasur hits the wall. Saw some sparks flying off of that car. Didn't seem to have cost him. Top three seems still pretty evenly spread, each being about a half second apart from each other. Meyer trying to close in on Ladasur so he can get that position. Meyer wanting the top 5 out of this one. It's like Benedetto in the way again. It's up the track. He's not really giving these leaders a whole lot of room. He's moving up, but still kind of pressing him a bit. Fontaine gets by fine, but Beckler's going to get held up a bit. And looking like Sutpin might have a little bit of trouble with him. And we heard some contact, and Sutpin goes by in a hurry. Meyer's still trying to make his way up to Ladasur so he can get that spot, 5th place. Inching close, looks like he's going to try and send it down low. He's not quite close enough to do it. Heading across the line, we've got 14 laps to go. And he's going to send it low on this time. Not quite there, not able to complete it. And turn 1. Meyer keeps looking low. Sends it hard into turn 1. And up off of turn 2, we should have a bit of a run. Now he's going to look down low into 3, but Ladasur not going to let it happen. Coming across the line, just 11 laps to go now. Meyer continuing to look low, but not full send the move. Now 10 laps to go. Telder's made his way up to Meyer now. If Meyer doesn't get by Ladasur soon, Telder might get by him. Telder's starting in last position for this one now, up into 7th. And working hard. Oh, and we've got contact. Telder turns to 33. And that's going to bring out a yellow. Telder's trying to look down low, and it just didn't work for him. He did back out of it, so that obviously was not intentional. Just a bit too aggressive going into it. He did jump completely out of it to stop turning him, but at that point the damage was done, so that is going to bring out caution number 1 and feature number 2 tonight. Fontaine still out front, leading this one. Alright, lights are off on the pace truck, so looks like we're gonna go back to green with 3 to go. Not quite a green-white checker, like a green-green-white checker. And the pace truck is left the racing surface. And green flag is out. Fontaine with a great restart. Beckler's going to be able to close the door on Sutpin. Sutpin's going to push it. A little bit of contact with Beckler. Now Fontaine's going to lead him up off of turn 4. Got a lot of racing action going on this track as Beckler has been able to secure the second position. Sutpin in third. White flag is out. Fontaine just going to bring it back to the line. Down into turn 3. Oh, and we've got cars around off of turn 3. And Samuel Fontaine is your winner. Curran Beckler in second, and Brian Sutpin bringing it home third. Let's take a look what happened to Stefan. And Telder again. And pile up. So only 2 wrecks happened tonight. Unfortunately caused by the same person. So we will be back in just a minute with your top 3. All right, we're back, and we've got our 3rd place finisher, Brian Sutpin, here with us. Brian, you made some great progress in that first race, coming up from the back to get you a great starting position in feature number 2. Tell us about your night.
Oh, it was a tough night, actually. It's a really tough technical racetrack, and it's hard to know if you're running the right line or not. And of course, it's all about tires. But good, clean race, hard fought race. The guys up front were super fast. Congrats to old Sam for a win. Actually, 2.
So, what do you think you might need more to be able to get that second place position from Curran?
I don't know. The top 3 were like slinkies. That last race there. We'd gain a tenth, lose a tenth, and never really hardly got more than 3 or 4 car lengths apart after we got lined out. So I don't know. Maybe somebody, second place Kern, maybe make a mistake or something like that. But it's just really tough to pass here. Where you have to go to pass, it's hard to get traction, and just a tough night, but a lot of fun. I broke a
Well, you,
sweat.
well, you put on a great show. Very impressive coming from the rear in the first race to put yourself in a 3rd place position for the second race. So congratulations on that. And who would you like to thank?
I appreciate it. Uh, I give a shout out to my dad today. It's his birthday, and he's camping with some buddies and doing some trout fishing. So I'd like to wish him a happy birthday, and give a shout out to my teammates KJD2, You always for putting on the broadcast. Guys at GLSR and STSL for putting on this series, and just any friends and family might be watching tonight and pulling for me a little bit.
All right, Brian Sutpin bringing it home in third place. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks. Have a good one.
And we don't have our second place finisher, but we do have our winner here, Samuel Fontaine. Samuel putting on an unbelievably dominant, I'll call it a clinic for both of those races. How are you so dominant? Tell us about it.
I think tonight was circumstantial. Maybe like yeah, I was a smart driver. Tried to keep my car underneath me, not kill the tires on the first race, which went super good on me. Second race was a little tougher, and I knew Kieran had something for me at the end, but the caution kind of saved my life there, and I had time to cool down the tires just enough for like a quick restart. So on that side, I got kind of lucky. I mean, part of it is to put yourself in the right spot, but yeah, I mean, smooth and not too hard on your equipment pay off at the end of the night.
Samuel, you've been absolutely impressive through the entire season. You came into this race leading the points race, and this will be your third win of the season. Everyone else is gonna have to work pretty hard to get you. What do you got to do to keep it going? As we have just about 3 more races left.
Yeah, we're gonna try that, and mostly like to have fun on track. Those guys like drive fairly clean with each others, and hopefully we're gonna have great battles the next couple of weeks too.
All right, who would you like to thank, Sam?
Yeah, every guy from my team who showed up tonight, and all the admins, and of course you for the broadcast, like always. That was really fun. Yeah, a little fun night short track racing.
All right, congratulations on the big win number 3 this year, Samuel Fontaine.
Thanks, mate.
Samuel Fontaine, a force to be reckoned with as we head into race number 8 next week. So that's going to do it for us here tonight at 1-5 Studios. We'd like to thank you for joining us tonight. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the Short Track Super League racing every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on the 1-5 Studios channel. Again, we'd like to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at the next track.